Hey folks, JD here, and today we're finally going to be taking this guy for a little test flight. This is our little FPV racer that we built a couple of days ago. So, I haven't really done anything much to it since the last time that you saw it, other than pulling these little cables here through the little slits here by the motors. So that's just to ensure if, as the propellers go around, they were actually hitting the cables. So this just ensures that there's a nice little gap between where the propellers are going to activate and where the cable actually sits. So that now should all be done. As you'll be aware, there's no screws with this. It's all just basically click into place. So for the pre-flight check, I've just been through everything, made sure the battery's secure, made sure everything's connected, make sure that all these little parts here are all snapped in correctly. I've taken off the little bit of film that was on the camera there, and also I have just ensured that these propellers are on correctly as well. So let's see whether they are actually on in the correct order. That I don't know, but I'm sure we'll find out in a couple of minutes. So with that, let's take to the sky. Right, so I'm just going to connect her now. Moment of truth. Yes, perfect. Okay, the board works. That's great. Let's pop it down. Let's pick up our transmitter. Let's bind. There we go. We're now bound. Right then, so it should be quite simple now to just take her up. Oh, beautiful. The motors aligned to points A, or the propellers rather aligned to points A and points B, and that then will give you lift. Now, as you remember me saying, this is a little FPV racer. As soon as taken off, it doesn't seem as if it is of the racer caliber. It's far too slow. It doesn't turn quick enough. But to be honest, even though that is the case, that really doesn't bother me, because we've just successfully built a second drone, and now it's flying. And that is achievement enough. Right, let's bring her back to me. Let's have a little look. She flies really well. Now, we have got a little bit of a breeze here today, folks, because we've just had one heck of a storm. So, as you can see, the tarmac opposite is really soaking wet. So let's bring her down a bit. Let's bring her back to me. Okay, transmitter range is really good. Let's drop her. Let's drop her there. Alright, so, first of all, first flight, I'm really quite happy because she flies. That's always the question when it comes to building drones. Is she going to fly? Is she going to fly correctly? This little guy does. Right, so, let's take off. Now, she's cutting against the wind. Put her into speed mode 2, and that's it. She's straight through that wind without any issue at all. Look at that, turns around. Speed mode 3. Oh, look at it go! Actually, this might actually be a little racer, to be honest. Because the way that she's cutting through this breeze is like knife through butter. She's twisting, turning. Yeah, okay, maybe I just had it on the wrong speed mode. We live and learn, folks, we live and learn. To be honest, oh, look at it go! It's darting around the place. I still don't think it's proper racing caliber, but still, if you were to have a little race between you and your friends, I think it'll well meet those purposes. Okay, so one thing I've noticed, because the battery's on the top, obviously the heavier side, that if you are to crash, then it is going to go down and land on the top of the propellers, which is good actually, because the camera underneath it is really quite fragile. Okay, speed mode 3. Oh, I just saw one of the motors, one of the propellers just stopped. As in, actually just stopped. Right. Oh, this is just so much fun though, folks. I'm just, to be honest with you, even though it's not acting as quick as I'd want it to for a little racer, I'm just chuffed that, again, we just managed to build another drone, and once again, it's flying. This thing is quite nippy though, it is quite darty. She holds herself really well, obviously there's no altitude hold. Battery will last about 6 minutes. Yeah, really good fun. Really good fun. Right, back to me then, fella. Oh, maybe one more time. Yeah, look at him go. Brilliant. And they're on speed mode 3, as I'm sure you all know anyway. There's just oodles of power. I mean, those turns it can pull off, it is quite literally just turning and starting. There's no drift, where it drifts backwards slightly. Brilliant. Oh, caught a little bit of crosswind there. Come on in. It's fighting this breeze, it really is. Okay, I think we're losing a little bit of power here. So we'll take her around one last time and then we'll bring her in for a verdict. Yeah, she's just skimming the ground. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, back. Alright then, let's bring her down. Alright then, so it's the same as everything, isn't it? Once you build something, there's a little bit more pride that goes into it. And I think that because of building this, I really become quite attached to it quite quick. So a couple of negative points, let's go for those first. Camera, absolutely useless, don't bother with it. It did work and there's a little bit of footage, as I'm sure you've seen, but other than that, it's really not something that, it's there purely for a gimmicky thing. It's really not going to give you any sort of high quality photos, video at all. The push pins here, fantastic, really stable. Stayed in, stayed connected, same as the battery, didn't unclip itself, stayed on without an issue. The one issue I did have is that when these motors heat up, obviously the plastic, because these get to really quite some heat, the plastic then expands. So what happens then is the motors just decide they're just going to pop off like that, which is not something that you want mid-flight. So what I would say is, once you've flown it for a little while, if like today it's really humid, yes, okay, there is a breeze, but it's so humid that this is just going to heat up and obviously expand the plastic a little bit. So yeah, just be careful with that. All in all though, it's so much fun. Speed mode 1 is pretty good, speed mode 2 is a little bit better, speed mode 3, that's the mode you want. It's absolutely brilliant, really had a lot of fun flying this. So yeah, there we go. So thanks ever so much for watching, folks. I've been JD, you've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time, my friends, happy flying.